The 42nd edition of the flagship club competition in Asia has begun. Welcome to the AFC Champions League and the East region on match day one. You're watching Group G and the Yokohama F Marinos of Japan against Incheon United from the Republic of Korea. And it is the warmest of welcomes, not just to you, but to Incheon United in this competition. They've made it to the continent's finest occasion. And they're going to be a very difficult test for the Yokohama F Marinos, a Marinos team whose form is hard to read, frankly, because they have only lost once at home all season, but they're on a run of 3 without a win in the league. Nonetheless, they are second in the league behind Vissel Kobe, the J-League champions from last season and the 2019 champions to boot, against a team who finished 4th in the K-League in 2022, their best season since finishing as runners-up in 2005, their second best ever. Incheon United come into this from an injury time win at the weekend over Jeju United. They made a slow start to the season, but they are now starting to really resemble the team that played such lovely football last season. It's great to have them here, and I hope you're looking forward to what should be an entertaining match. When the Yokohama F Marinos are playing, it is pretty well guaranteed to be entertaining. Two great footballing nations. They've always enjoyed a rivalry, and now they meet with representation from their nations at club level in the AFC Champions League. The Yokohama F Marinos at the Yokohama International Stadium hosting Incheon United. A transformation to return this team to one of the best in Japan. A transformation that begun with Ange Postecoglou, now in charge of Tottenham Hotspur after a successful spell at Celtic in Scotland. Kevin Muscat has continued the excellent work begun by his fellow countrymen. Can the Marinos turn their brilliant domestic form into winning the thing that they have never won? They've only made it to the round of 16 in the AFC Champions League. This is the 6th time that they've played in the competition. The mind goes back to the winter of 2019 when the Nissan Stadium was packed with almost 70,000 fans to watch the Marinos win the J-League title for the first time in a decade and a half. It returned them to the top of the Japanese game, and it put them back into continental competition. And it has been a very difficult stadium, the Yokohama International Stadium, for teams to come to. Well, as ever, we certainly hear the people sing at the Yokohama International Stadium in Japan. And they host a team making their debut in the AFC Champions League.
Let's welcome Team of Yokohama Marinos and Incheon United FC.
The 42nd edition of the AFC Champions League has begun. It is match day 1. This is going to be an incredibly difficult competition to win, as ever, and the Yokohama F. Marinos have never done it. What they have done is rise to the top once again of the domestic game in Japan, and now they meet a team making their debut in this competition, Incheon United from the Republic of Korea. The team that finished 4th in the K-League last season, taking on the Japanese champions. The Marinos yet to really enjoy a great run to the final stages of the AFC Champions League. They did win the old Asian Cup Winners' Cup back in 1992. Kim Young-ju, the vice-captain and captain today of Incheon United, leading the way. And as you would expect, Takuya Kida for the Marinos, wearing the armband. Mr. Marinos himself. He spent his whole career at the club. It's an interesting lineup for the Marinos, with lots of their heavy hitters on the bench. Ijiri Kato makes his debut in defence, and there's a great opportunity in attack for youngster Asahi Uenaka, who hasn't played much in J1 but who has been impressive in the League Cup. Khalid Al-Turais of Saudi Arabia, the referee. And his colleague Mohammed Khalid Al-Hoish is the chief VAR official. For Champions League debutants Incheon United, there's an enticing opportunity for number 9 Stefan Mugosha to show Japanese fans a side of him that they didn't get to see during his brief spell with Vissel Kobe. He's been a really good addition to the blue-black. On the bench for the Marinos, impact players waiting to come on and change the game. The likes of Elbert, for example. On the bench for Incheon United, Hernandez, who scored the winning goal against Jeju United in the league. It was at the weekend. And again, just cast your eye on that bench for the Marinos. Anderson Lopez is there wearing number 11. Yan as well. It's a very fine bench for Kevin Muscat. The question is whether he will need it to its full extent. The Yokohama F. Marinos have really created a brand of football that is very stylish, very attacking. But it's going to be tough against Incheon United. And there is no doubting what it would mean to Stefan Mugosha up front for the visitors to come back to Japan, a Japan that he's just left, having really not been able to make his mark. Back at a club where he established such a presence between 2018 and 2022. Match day 1 in the 42nd AFC Champions League. The Yokohama F. Marinos, the Japanese domestic champions, in possession, taking on Incheon United from the Republic of Korea, a team that finished 4th in the K-League last season. And it was a great season for them. If you manage to get into the top 4 in the K-League, you're a very fine footballing team. And they're going to have to be today to trouble the Yokohama F. Marinos. Here is the captain, Takuya Kida, wearing number 8, who spent his whole career at the Marinos. making close to 300 appearances in all competitions for the club. Actually scored his first goal in 5 years earlier this year. Kim Jun-yop, 35-year-old, playing his 5th game in the AFC Champions League, as that's not a particularly convincing clearance from Kim Dong-min, who has spent his whole career at the club, minus that brief spell of military service for the army team. That is something that virtually every player in the Republic of Korea has to make a part of their career. Here is Jong Dong-yoon, overlapping successfully Kim Do-hyuk. Jump from Ryo Miyaichi. Miyaichi brought down. Kim Yeon-soo with the foul. He's had so many problems in his career with injury, and he doesn't get to start huge numbers of games. So the yellow card already brought out by referee Khalid Al-Turais. An opportunity as the ball is just about cleared. We have confirmation of that yellow card for Kim Yeon-soo. Debutant Hijiri Kato, who joined in July from Vivara Nagasaki after 65 appearances and 3 goals in a combination of J2 and the various cups over 3 years. Controlled well by Kim Do-hyuk. 14, Jong. As ever, you will see pressing from the Yokohama F Marinos to force errors, and there's an example of it. Something that has been part of how they played for a number of years. And it's a great opportunity for number 14 up front for the Marinos, Asahi Uenaka, who's played just 6 times in the league this season, all as a substitute. But he's really proved himself in the League Cups. Those League Cup matches this season, 6 appearances, 4 goals. And all of that justifying getting not only his Champions League debut, but his first start. Kenta Inoue, rather ambitious ball, but it has been controlled by Kamijima. Kim Do-hyuk under some pressure. And wisely, eventually it goes back to Kim Dong-hon. At the other end, Jun Ichimori, goalkeeper on loan from Gamba Osaka. This here is a very familiar figure for those of you who've watched the Marinos for some time. Number 27, Ken Matsubara. Nishimura. Will be a corner kick to the home team. Could be a very good acquisition for the Marinos, Hijiri Kato, with what he can do from full-back. An attack-minded player, a quick one as well. Corner kick is short and not hugely effective. Kida. David Muscat, 50-year-old who took charge of the club in 2021 when Ange Postecoglou moved to Europe. Very accomplished player as well, with around 600 appearances for various clubs. And a title winner in his home country too. Lovely little flick on, almost worked. That link up between Uenaka and Nishimura. Kida. Stern from Kim Do-hyuk, who didn't shy away from Kida charging in to try and win the 50-50 ball. That's a very good pass to Jong Dong-yoon. Oh, that's going to go in. That's an absolutely extraordinary goal. There seemed to be no danger. Junichi Mori, perhaps under pressure from his own defence, has turned the ball into his own net. Yokohama F Marinos 0, Incheon United 1. They've got their first goal in the AFC Champions League. It's a really good pass from Kim Do-hyuk to Jong Dong-yoon, and it is a difficult ball, but it wasn't perhaps as difficult as they made it, the Marinos. Might be the presence of Kamijima sliding in that rather distracted Junichi Mori, and he just tentatively jabbed a hand at the ball and deflected it in. Remarkable. Well, it plays into that classic footballing and maybe general sporting cliche of if you don't ask, you don't get. You have to play the dangerous ball into the area and pressurise the defence. And that is what Jong Dong-yoon did. Jasso was the only realistic target, and he was some way away from making contact with it. So an 8th-minute own goal from Jun Ichimori, giving Incheon United the lead. Inoue. Is Ryotaru Tsunoda, the graduate of the University of Tsukuba. Inoue, another university graduate from Fukuoka in Kyushu. Another opportunity for the home team to pressurise Incheon. They know there's a long way still to go. They have faith in their team, and the years have proven, particularly the recent years, that they're right to have faith in them. Another corner kick for the Yokohama F Marinos, another one that is not well judged as Nishimura tries to chase it down. Eight is Shin Jin-ho, who captained Ulsan to the AFC Champions League in 2020. Inoue. Oh, it's a very good ball. Much better delivery and well cleared by Kim Yeon-soo. Kato losing out to Shin Jin-ho, playing his 37th game in the AFC Champions League. Uenaka, Nishimura. Goal kick given. Cho Sung-hwan, the head coach, 52, took charge of Incheon United in 2020, the year before Kevin Muscat became the manager of the Marinos. Managed Jeju United, the team that Incheon beat in the league with a last-minute winning goal from Hernandez, who's on the substitutes bench today. Like Kevin Muscat, Cho Sung-hwan, a defensive player who played for Bucheon and Jeonbuk Hyundai Motors. Almost 200 appearances, not close to the vast number that Kevin Muscat accumulated in his impressive career, but still very respectable. Jong Dong-yoon finding Gerso. Shin Jin-ho, it's an opportunity for Gerso, and it's been deflected behind by Ryotaro Tsunoda. The Bissau Guinean striker getting involved. It was Stefan Mugosha with the ball in. Mugosha, the 31-year-old who has just rejoined the club. A brief and not very enjoyable spell for him at Vissel Kobe in Japan. Shin Jin-ho, a purposeful corner kick, and flying towards it was Harrison Delbridge. They're getting good quality balls into the Marinos penalty area. Delbridge has only scored once for the club. '47 is Kim Dong-min. Mugosha. That ball looking for Gerso. It wasn't a bad idea, actually. Junichi Mori read it successfully, and now his distribution is excellent. Options, plenty of options. Uenaka goes out to the left-hand side, and it's going to come back to him. Oh, what a good save from Kim Dong-hon. Asahi Uenaka, who started the attack, very nearly finished it. It wasn't the cleanest strike, but it was tricky for Kim Dong-hon, and he dealt with it well. Difficult. He strikes it into the ground, and it could easily have skipped up over the dive of the 26-year-old. Matsubara to Inoue, back to Ken Matsubara. '33 is Tsunoda. sliced behind from Kim Dong-min, who played every minute of the playoff round win against Haiphong. A very difficult and nerve-wracking game for the Incheon United fans that saw them make it to the group stage for the first time. It's another good delivery, it's in! The equalising goal, it didn't take too long. It is Takuma Nishimura. Yokohama F. Marinos 1, Incheon United 1, Takuma Nishimura. Just wondering who does get the last connection. Does seem to also come off Kim Yeon-soo. It's not the easiest to judge, but Nishimura will happily take that goal. He turned away, raised his arm. And for now, it's been given to him in the 17th minute. The 26-year-old from Nagoya, who joined the club last year, but is being checked, though, for a handball. So nothing to be confirmed right now. The video review was not long. Mohammed Khaled Al-Hoish making the decision that there was no infringement, and so Takuma Nishimura managing to get the equalising goal. The first couple of corner kicks for the Marinos were somewhat wayward, but their quality of delivery had been getting better for the few minutes leading up to that goal. Translated into a very fine move and a good header from Nishimura. His movement actually to get into a position to attack the ball was excellent. Uenaka, what super play this is. Suddenly the Marinos are taking control of the game, and they must surely put this in. Oh, in the end, it's over the bar. It was Kaina Yoshio looking for his first ever Champions League goal. But the youngster, Asahi Uenaka, is having a very good game, linking up with Yoshio. It was also this effort from Ryo Miyaichi that tested Kim Dong-hon. Miyaichi, another player yet to score in the AFC Champions League. Not a very well-controlled challenge from Jong Dong-yoon, who's going to get a yellow card. So that's two players who have been cautioned for the visitors. It really was a poor challenge. Kamijima, who slid in to try to deal with the cross from Jong Dong-yoon before Junichi Mori turned it into his own net. But it seems that the Marinos now have turned around the game. Oh, brilliant pace and great effort from Gerso. Hassling Tsunoda, and that's enabled the visitors to keep the ball. Oh, and then unfortunately Gerso, having worked so hard to win the ball back, got it back from Shin Jin-ho and couldn't cleanly connect. He scored the goal that made it safe against Haiphong in the playoff round. And what an enjoyable first 20 or so minutes it's been. Kida to Matsubara. Matsubara on the diagonal. Good ball for Miyaichi. Miyaichi finding Kato. Good effort from the fullback. Miyaichi looking for Nishimura. He's got it back. Miyaichi in there. The pace very useful from Ryo Miyaichi. Pressure continues to be on Incheon United. From deep, a decent delivery and an opportunity that must, surely, I was about to say, be put in were it not for a brilliant reflex stop from Kim Dong-hon. Play halted for a moment. Let's have a look at this chance. Oh, well, that might be a handball. Asahi Uenaka. I think that might not be too pleasant a review for Incheon United. It's Kim Yeon-soo who seems to put his arms up. Just a question of exactly where it strikes him. It was very quickly identified by Mohamed Khaled Al-Hoish. Does seem to hit him on the arm, with the arms raised as well. I think there will be some concern for Incheon United supporters. And yet again, it's the 21-year-old from Kyushu Island, Asahi Uenaka, who's at the heart of it all. It's a complicated review with an offside decision also being looked at. So an anxious wait for the visitors and indeed the home fans. Is there going to be a reprieve for Incheon United, courtesy of an offside call, which would mean the handball is of no consequence? What does his instinct tell him? And they wait and wait and wait. As does he. He'll be communicating with his colleagues. Well then, the time comes for Khalid Saleh Al-Turais to go to the monitor and scrutinise this scramble in front of goal that seems to show the arms of Kim Yeon-soo coming up to deflect the ball Ball that was struck by Asahi Uenaka. First of all, we're going to be looking at whether Uenaka is offside. This might continue to take a little while. Now it seems that they have ruled out the offside and are looking at the handball. And the empirical evidence seems to suggest that when the referee does go over to the monitor, then there's a reasonable chance of the decision being overturned. He's making sure he sees it from every angle. He's made a decision. Khalid Saleh Al Turais. And there will be no penalty kick. It looks as though offside is the decision. And that is enormous relief for the Incheon United supporters. So Asahi Uenaka, it seems, was just offside. And meanwhile, Stefan Mugosha taking a blow to the ankle. Oh yes, as he lands, it's entirely unintentional, but Takumi Kamijima catches him as he also comes down. That must be really painful. It's the second time that Mugosha has played in the AFC Champions League. He made one appearance for Vissel Kobe last season, or rather it's the third time, because he did play in the playoff round as well. Jong losing out to Takuya Kida. No shots on target so far for Incheon United, but a goal. Courtesy of the cross from the player who's about to take the throw, Jong Dong-yoon. 29-year-old who has only recently returned to the club after a couple of years of military service. As Jiaso wins the corner kick. Maybe an opportunity here for Incheon United from the Republic of Korea to get another opportunity after they've had to defend so much. And we look at Shin Jin-ho, who's made over 300 appearances in Korean football and who has lifted the AFC Champions League trophy. It is going to be a tough one to deal with, and what excellent play by Hijiri Kato, the debutant. Got that absolutely right. But he remains a threat. Jiasao. Hida, Tsubara. Good ball to Kenta Inoue, and Inoue has won the ball fairly. It's a great chance for Nishimura, and it's well defended. Wasn't enormously physical in trying to get the better of Jong Dong-hyun. Kenta Inoue joined the Marinos this season from Oita Trinita. Kim Yoon-jok trying to find Jiaso. Delbridge. Jong does love to come forward on the left wing. This time cutting inside. What a superb pass that is! And unfortunately, the cross was not taken quite as well. Beautiful ball though from Jong Dong-hyun. He's only started 8 times in the league this season, but has made 23 appearances in total. And they must be thrilled to have him back, looking like a much improved player. Shin. Highly ambitious. Has never scored in the AFC Champions League. Oh, it's a good opportunity for Stefan Mugosha. The ball given away. Well, let's have another look at how this happened. Dear, dear, dear. Junichi Mori relieved. Mugosha did score in the 3-1 win against Daegu on the 13th of August. His next goal will be his 70th for Incheon United. Foul on Kida by Shin. Yoshio. Tsunoda to Kamijima. Another of the new signings. Came to the club this season after several years at Kashiwa Reysol, including as a specially designated player during his undergraduate studies at Chuo University. Kaina Yoshio with the corner kick as we move towards the last 10 minutes of normal time in this first half, but there will certainly be some additional minutes due to the lengthy video review. And jumping for it was Nishimura again. Matsubara with the throw. Yoshio decides to go out wide to Kato. Kida. It's good control of the ball from the home team. Inoue just took slightly heavier touch, and Incheon United with a chance to counter. A long ball aiming for Gerso, and he's controlled it well. Gerso, oh, that's beautiful! He must put it in! Gerso with a virtuoso moment! What a counter-punch from Incheon United! They take a 2-1 lead, and it was a speculative ball that the 32-year-old from Guinea-Bissau controlled magically and finished wonderfully. He scored the goal that made the victory safe against Haiphong in the playoff round. Now he scores the goal that puts them ahead, approaching half-time in the first match day of the group stage. Wonderfully done. It's a beautiful turn inside of Ryotaro Tsunoda, leaving Junichi Mori scrambling. That was fabulous play from the experienced striker. They've done it twice, Incheon United, when the game is being controlled by the Marinos, a counter. Tsunoda, got to start again. Shimura, a little heavy with a touch, looking for Yoshio. Still plenty of time, one imagines, for the Marinos in this first half. Kato going for the long ball, a clever ball, looking for Miyaichi, who at least forces Incheon United to take a difficult throw. Not best pleased is Kevin Muscat. Disciplined defensive shape from the team in white. An accomplishment it will be if they can get to half-time. A goal in front despite not having ever really controlled the game. And it matters not a jot. But we just remind ourselves of some of those players on the substitutes bench for the Marinos. The pressure that likely will come in the second half. Will we see people like Elbert, Anderson Lopez, Kota Mizunuma, Jan Mateus, Nam Tae-hee and so on? Another wonderful ball. Gerso's got a chance to make it 3. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. It was played perfectly to Gerso. And when you get him in that sort of position, chasing a ball with a backtracking central defender, then one always favours Gerso to win it. Blocked well. Jang Dong-yoon now trying to chase down Inoue, and he's brought down Inoue. What a game he's having. What an impact. Free kick for the Yokohama F Marinos, and a couple of players went for it, Tsunoda and Kamijima. Well, his pass to find Gerso was just spectacular. Stefan Mugosha. Yet more corner kicks for the Yokohama F Marinos. They've already scored once for one, and they've got another. It's Ryo Miyaichi. More accustomed to finding the net with his feet, he finds the target with his head, and it's 2-2 in this thoroughly entertaining game. A first ever goal in the AFC Champions League for Ryo Miyaichi, who played in the UEFA Champions League for Arsenal many years ago. To the near post, and to the frustration of the Incheon United players. There was too much space for Ryo Miyaichi. He got ahead of Kim Dong-min. 43rd minute equalizer. Psychologically, it's such a fascinating game, it's such a finely balanced one, because a matter of 2 minutes before that, Gerso hit the crossbar. After that excellent pass from Stefan Mugosha, it could have been 3-1. John, who's had a really first-rate first half. Kamijima. It's been an attacking game, it's been an exciting game. And if you are supporting Incheon United, I hope for you it's been an exciting and promising start to this first appearance in the group stage of the AFC Champions League. There's much to be really optimistic about based on how they've played. It's a very difficult game to come to the Yokohama International Stadium and take on the Marinos, and they have taken them on. Kim Dong-hon with the free kick. Wickham looking for Gerso, but Tsunoda will get the better of him, but will still be pressurised. Five additional minutes. Much of that, the majority of that, one imagines, down to the video review, which didn't yield a penalty kick for the Marinos. Will be a corner kick towards the end of the first half, won by Gerso for Incheon United. Shin Jin-ho with a corner kick that's cleared by Kamijima, and then a shot from the edge of the area was always looking wayward from Kim Jun-yop. Only ever scored 2 goals for the club. Matsubara. Good vision, good accuracy to find Inoue. Free kick now to the Yokohama F. Marinos with just under 2 minutes to go, or rather just under 3 minutes to go. In swinger from Kaina Yoshio, an excellent ball, and over the top, deflected over the top. Starting to really produce some unpleasant deliveries now, the Yokohama F. Marinos. Two goals from corner kicks. There's further scrutiny here of an incident in the Incheon United penalty area. It's Harrison Delbridge who's being looked at for a possible handball. And it wasn't a long check. It wasn't as strong a corner kick. Time cleared comfortably by Kim Dong-min. Will there still be one more opportunity for one of these teams? Will we get a dramatic conclusion to a very dramatic first half? Nishimura trying to get ahead of Kim Yeon-soo, who reads it well. They've done a good job of playing that out. I was about to say they've done a good job of playing it out. They've then given it away. Incheon United. It seemed that the pressure was over. And it will be one last opportunity, perhaps, for the Yokohama F. Marinos to take the lead as we're into the final minute of additional time. Matsubara. Kamijima. Uenaka. Gathered by Kim Dong-hon, and there'll be an opportunity in a moment for Kevin Muscat and Jo Sung-hwan to gather their players and debrief after this fascinating first half. It's a wonderful game, very entertaining. Some unexpected moments, some good corner kicks, one dazzling piece of individual skill. It's got everything thus far. What more to come in the second half? It began with an own goal from Jun Ichimori under the pressure of Jong Dong-yoon's cross. Then Takuma Nishimura scoring from a corner kick before Gerso, after the half-hour mark, made it 2-1 to Incheon United with a wonderful strike after some excellent close control of the ball before another corner kick from the Yokohama F. Marinos from Ryo Miyaichi just before the half-time break, making it a level game at the interval. Much to ponder for Kevin Muscat and for Jo Sung-hwan, and much to anticipate for what should be a thrilling second half. At the break, it is the Yokohama F. Marinos 2, Incheon United 2.
さあ後半に向けて勝利の追い風を巻き起こせ横浜 F ・マリノス公式ハーフタイム応援ソング
It's little surprise that they are reacting like that, considering how exciting the first half it was, and considering that they managed to get the equalising goal in the 43rd minute from Ryo Miyaichi. On two occasions, the visitors Incheon United have taken the lead over the Yokohama F Marinos. Inside the first 10 minutes, they forced an own goal from goalkeeper Junichi Mori. And then a wonderful piece of individual play from Gerso, who had a great chance for a third goal hitting the crossbar. And all of that before Miyaichi's impressive close-range header. His teammate Takuma Nishimura also scoring from a corner kick. So both of the Yokohama F Marinos goals coming from headers. And now we go into a second half with really no clarity as to what to expect. It's been unpredictable and thoroughly enjoyable. Welcome back to the setting of the Yokohama International Stadium and the second half in the 42nd AFC Champions League between the Yokohama F Marinos, the Japanese champions from 2022, and Incheon United from the Republic of Korea, who finished 4th in the K-League last season. And it is Incheon United in possession. Is that onside? It seemed as though Jong Dong-yoon had gone too far ahead, and I think that's been confirmed now. The visitors took the lead. The home team equalised. The visitors led again, and the home team made it 2-2 just before the break. And there was a wonderful chance for Jiaso to put Incheon United 3-1 up. That was about 5 minutes or so before the equalising goal from Ryo Miyaichi. And here he is. Kato playing it to the edge of the area for Asahi Uenaka, who's had a good game. It's Ken Matsubara with a long attempt. Oh, is that going to be... No, I wondered if there was going to be a call there for a penalty kick, but it looked as though Nishimura went into Kim Dong-min. Well, it's an interesting one. I'll leave you arguing amongst yourselves about it. Didn't seem to be any great challenge from the Yokohama Marinos players. Kim Jun-yeop to Kim Yeon-soo, one of 2 players for Incheon United shown a yellow card in the first half. The other, number 14, Jong Dong-yoon, who, aside from that, has had a very impressive game. Great ball. Kim Do-hyuk. It's a good cross as well, looking for Mugosha. Excellent move. Incheon United have had success going down the wings, and it wasn't that far away from Stefan Mugosha. Ended up being quite a comfortable claim for Junichi Mori. Tsunoda. Kida. Miyaichi. Hijiri Kato with the throw for the Yokohama Marinos on his debut for the club. Signing from Vivare Nagasaki, looking like he could be very at home in the Japanese top flight after playing so well in the second tier for a number of years. Miyaichi seemed to have been caught after the ball had gone. Just goes into Shin Jin-ho. I think Kevin Muscat, feeling that he was clearly obstructed. Fantastic support. They always are brilliant, the Yokohama Marinos fans. A team that was founded in its first incarnation in 1972 as Nissan Motor Football Club. If one is to be technical about these sorts of things, they were founded as the hit from distance from Kato nearly caught out Kim Dong-hon. Well, he did well, kept this nice and low. Seemed to go through the legs of Kim Dong-min. Controlled by Nishimura and behind. Well, as I was saying, the club technically founded in the 1990s when the Marinos and the Yokohama Flugels merged. All a bit before his time. Just 22, Hijiri Kato. Kaina Yoshio, producer of dangerous corner kicks. And that could be another one. Goalkeeper Kim Dong-hon made a move and then backtracked. Kato doing well to keep the pressure on. Yoshio starting to look threatening with every single ball they put in. Kida. But the pattern of this match has been that every time the Yokohama Marinos manage to put together a string of chances and really look as though they're controlling the game when it's level, they concede. And Incheon United have got the sort of players who can counter-attack effectively. There's no opportunity there to find Jesse because he got rather entangled with a Marinos player. And as a result, Miyaichi will run at Kim Yeon-soo and pull it back. They defended that well. There is Kim Jun-yop. Yes, as I was saying, the sort of players that Incheon United have with Jaesom, with the quality of passing you get from Jong and from Mugosha, they can put together horrible counter-attacks. Maybe that lends itself well to playing against the Marinos. Nishimura. Kato. He has played for the under-18 and under-19 national team. And certainly if you come to a club like the Marinos and can hold down a starting berth, then you're always going to be somebody who's got good visibility when it comes to national team selection at senior level. Of course, it's very early in Hijiri Kato's career to start talking about that, but he started well. This debut has been impressive. Kato. Tsunoda. Tsubara. And it goes to Kenta Inoue on the right. Kida looking for Inoue. Excellent ball from Kida, good judgment. Didn't quite get the angle right of the fullback to Uenaka. so much of the ball, number 24, Ichiri Kato. Yoshio chasing it there was Gerso. Kida. It's Miyaichi as the Marinos hold on to the ball effectively, but as Incheon United give them little opportunity to create a chance. Teams from Japan, the Republic of Korea, the People's Republic of China and the Philippines in this group, Group G. Is it going to be time soon for some of the really important playmakers and chance creators and finishers to come on for the Yokohama F Marinos? They've got a really strong bench at their disposal. Might we see Anderson Lopez, for example, who scored 17 goals in 27 appearances this season in the J-League. On 6 occasions he scored 2 goals in a game. Mugosha. Oh, very well played. Ichiri Kato unexpectedly popping up the centre-right side of midfield. Yoshio. As captain Takuya Kida moves it to Matsubara. Well read by the Incheon United defence. Important little touch from the captain Im Young-ju to help Incheon United perhaps hold the ball for a little while and build an attack. Given away by Kato. Shin goes to Gerso. To Shin, looking for Gerso, and well read by Ryotaro Tsunoda. Just for a moment or two, there was a glimpse of a chance to play in the 32-year-old Gerso. We approach the 1 hour mark of the match. The referee interceding. Khaled Saleh Al-Turais interrupting the run. And now the first change, it comes for Incheon United. Stefan Mugosha replaced by Hernandez. On comes the player who got the injury time winning goal at the weekend against Jeju United in the top flight of K-League. He also scored the goal that put them 2-1 up in extra time against Haiphong in the playoff round. Can the 24-year-old from Porto Nacional in Tocantins State in the north of Brazil have an impact here? He is certainly somebody capable of making a big impact. Maybe provides Gersa the opportunity to link up with somebody who might take a little of the attention away up front. Will provide challenges for the Marinos defence. And we're now going to see the first changes. It looks as though one of them will be the youngster Yuhi Murakami, along with Jan Mateus. Certainly a clear foul by Hernandez, as Kevin Muscat prepares to make the first changes to see if the Yokohama F. Marinos can move into the lead, having twice fought back from a goal down. It hasn't been the same sort of energy and tempo in the second half as we saw in the first, but it was always going to be difficult to match it. It has been a more contained and controlled game as Hide's brought down. They wanted to take it quickly, but Hernandez stepped across to prevent it. Kato out to Miyaichi. Nearly played back to Miyaichi from Nishimura. Hide, the indefatigable captain of the Marinos. And here he is again, misplacing the pass and giving Incheon United the chance to take some of the pressure off themselves, but they're unable to do it. And that's a foul by Lee Myung-ju on Miyaichi. Clearly clips the pacey player. 3 changes to be made, and they are imposing ones. Miyaichi will be departing, that's not a great surprise. And the impressive debutant Hijiri Kato also stepping off the pitch. And we're seeing the likes of Jan Mateus, wearing number 20, coming on. AFC Champions League debut. The player who scored 5 goals in the league this season. Yuhi Murakami, another debutant in the AFC Champions League, who made his J1 debut in the 1-1 home draw that the Marinos had on the 15th of September against Sagan Tosu. Nam Tae-hee from the Republic of Korea is on. New signing, number 29, Nam Tae-hee. There was the first involvement for Yuhi Murakami. Ken Matsubara, the other player who has gone off. Well won by Gerso. Gerso has Hernandez, couldn't find him. But that's certainly what those two will be able to do on the counter-attack. Jan Mateus. Murakami out. Right-hand side to Inouye. And there is Nam Tae-hee, 32-year-old who joined last month from Al Duhail. Second spell there. He spent just over a decade in Qatar. He was also at Al Sadd. Hugely experienced in this competition. This is his 83rd appearance in the AFC Champions League. And if Incheon United manage to survive these substitutions, they've still got potentially Anderson Lopez to come on, Elbert, Mizunuma. There's plenty of players who can create chances to win the game, and this might be one of those chances. Good block, but very involved is Yuhi Murakami. Play goes on. Kida to Mateus. Rather aimless ball. Gesso doesn't have too many options. Well, it's Hernandez, in fact, and Hernandez hits the post. A remarkable piece of play from Hernandez, and then the follow-up is from Im Young-ju. Well, this time, instead of Gesso, who did that throughout the first half, it was Hernandez who led the counter-attack and so nearly managed to beat Junichimon. It curled in beautifully. Once more, Incheon United striking the frame of the goal. Gesso did it in the first half, now Hernandez in the second. And that's exactly why Hernandez was brought on, that ability to run at defenders when perhaps the Marinos will be committing a lot of players forward to try to win the game. He's there to lead the parry riposte, and he nearly did it. Nam to Tsunoda. Murakami gets it back from Inouye. Amijima. Tsunoda. Yoshio. Again, Kaino Yoshio, whose corner kicks have been so important today. Jan Mateus, well won back by Hernandez, linking up with Gesso. Hernandez plays it to Kim Jun-yeop. We approach the last 20 minutes of this game, the first match day of the 2023-2024 AFC Champions League. It's going to almost make its way to Gesso, cut out by Tsunoda. Hernandez, he's going to get it back. Certainly has had an impact since coming on. Kimbo sub. Joining Paul-José Mpoku. And we're going to see Gesso and Kim Do-hyuk depart. And we look back at the beautiful goal scored by Jerso in the first half to put Incheon United 2-1 up. Just waiting for confirmation that they can actually bring on Kimbo Sub and Paul-José Mpoku. So still we have Jerso on the pitch. Tsunoda driving it forward himself, linking up with Nishimura. Brilliant save! Brilliant save! Kim Dong-hon with a superb touch away. It was Tsunoda onto Uenaka to Nishimura. A lovely move and an excellent piece of goalkeeping from the 26-year-old who's come all the way up through the Incheon United youth team. Now the changes can be made by Cho Sung-hwan. We're going to see Paul-José Mpoku, once of Tottenham Hotspur. The experienced forward coming on for his fourth appearance in the AFC Champions League. It's Lee Myung-ju who's gone off. A little flick was from the defender Kamijima. Oh, that's got to be a yellow card to Yuhi Murakami, absolutely no question of it. There was a real counter-attacking chance for Incheon United. I think initially we were told that Kim Do-hyuk was going to be coming off. It was Lee Myung-ju instead. Seven is Kim Do-hyuk, the aforementioned. Stalling the run of Kimbo Sub, 25-year-old who's actually from Incheon itself. Came up through the youth team after attending Incheon Daegun High School. Tsunoda to Mateus. Tsunoda now to Yoshio as Jan Mateus can't find the right sort of ball, and it's with the substitute Paul-José Mpoku to try to counter-attack, and it's a good ball out wide to Hernandez. Hernandez will get a chance to shoot and will get a chance to score. So simple and so well finished. Goalkeeper Junichi Mori seemed to have that blocked, and it just slipped through his fingertips into the back of the net. But well done to the substitute, Paul-José Mpoku. Perfect weight on the pass. Hernandez didn't have to interrupt his run really at all to control it. There was excellent judgment from the 31-year-old, and the 24-year-old putting it underneath Junichi Mori. And Ichimori, perhaps there's a case to be made that he could have got his body down a little quicker, a little more decisively, and been stronger with that right arm. Incheon United have done it again. Another counter-attacking goal. The player who gave them the lead in the playoff round has given them the lead in their first match of the group stage. Meanwhile, Katsuya Nagato has come on, replacing Kaina Yoshio. And if Incheon United can hold on to win this game, it is going to be a famous win in the history of their club. The 75th minute goal from Hernandez. There will be pressure though. Here is Nagato, the substitute, goes to Jan Mateos. It's neatly played in and just evaded Takuma Nishimura. What a crucial save made by Kim Dong-hon shortly before the goal. Mateos' cross, dealt with further. Little cushioned header from Paul Jose Mpoku, whose contribution has been extremely useful. A simple but effective pass out wide to Hernandez. Now they just have to find a way to hold on. Kida. It's cleverly done by Mpoku, forcing Kida into the foul. Clear reach out with the left arm around the left arm of Mpoku. Be a little tricky for Ichimori. There's one back. Some space emerging for Hernandez. Hernandez will shoot. Oh, it's marvellous! What a transformation of the match since he came on. Incheon United lead by 4 goals to 2. Walloped by Hernandez. His second goal of the match. And yet again, it's the substitute, his fellow substitute, Paul Jose Mpoku, who creates it. Not an elegant pass this time, just a good old-fashioned interception. That was struck so beautifully. It might be argued that Takumi Kamijima didn't quite get his positioning right defensively, but let us see the positives, and there is so much positive about that strike. '79th minute goal from Hernandez. Incheon United, debutants this season in the AFC Champions League. 4-2 up at the home of the Japanese champions. It was Hernandez who gave them the lead in the playoff round. It was Hernandez who scored the winning goal at the weekend against Jeju United, and it's been Hernandez again here. Namtehi links up nicely with Inoue. It's too much height on the ball though. Nagato. It's going to be a corner kick to the home team with around 10 minutes to play. Some of them look a little stunned, understandably. Jumping for it, Kamijima. What a lovely connection. It's such good technique. His 13th goal in all competitions for Incheon United, having joined them from Yeongnam last year. As I think indication is being given to Cho Sung-hwan that he's going to have to make a change. You can see Mum Ji-hwan on the sidelines, looking as though he's waiting to come on. The player down is Kim Yeon-soo. Nishimura arguing that the treatment should happen off the field of play. As we look back at his goal in the 17th minute in this match of so much incident, and it was Kim Yeon-soo who was involved in it, might have got a touch on it. And then Ryo Miyaichi from a corner kick just before half-time, levelling the game for the Marinos. Second half has been Incheon United's. And now the club captain, Oh Ban-suk, 35-year-old, coming on, along with Mun Ji-hwan. 29-year-old, joined the team from his first club in 2020, left at Songnam. Say goodbye to Kim Yeon-soo. Meanwhile, Takuya Kida has left the pitch, replaced by Kota Watanabe, so Anderson Lopez and Kota Mitanuma not used. Nagato. Tsunoda. Katsuya Nagato to Jan Mateus, as the Yokohama Marinos are now starting to be increasingly stifled and frustrated by Incheon United. The efficiency of the team from the Republic of Korea when they've had opportunities has been so impressive, and we must remember they also have hit the crossbar and the post. Just about falls, and it surely, well, I say it surely is going to be an opportunity to be put in by Nam Tae-hee. It was a great block before that, half chance for Asahi Uenaka. Suddenly nothing is working for the Yokohama Marinos. It's good defending by Incheon United. Nam try and create some space for Nishimura. Now he's created some space for himself. Come forward again. Nagato has it back from the Brazilian. Here is Jan Mateus. Watanabe to the gentleman now wearing the armband, Ryotaro Tsunoda. Substitute Kota Watanabe. Uenaka out to Inoue, who's got options, and one of them was found in Yuhi Murakami, who still is yet to score for the team in senior competition. The 42nd AFC Champions League underway, and it is proving as entertaining as ever. A fine match this between the Yokohama F Marinos and Incheon United. That's brilliantly defended, how well cut out. And if you are watching this as a fan of Incheon United, one imagines that this must be verging on beyond your wildest dreams for a first AFC Champions League group game. Much of the talk in the Republic of Korea before this match was centred around the quite accurate narrative that Incheon United were going to have to get just about everything right as the shot goes behind for another corner kick. If they were to beat the Marinos, they were going to have to be on absolutely top form. And you know what? They have been. And Mateus. Away from Ban Ji-hwan. Player down. It's Kenta Inoue. That was a little unnecessary perhaps for Kim Jun-yeop to try and keep it in. Understand what he was trying to do. Nishimura, again well defended by Kim Dong-min. Jan Mateus, and it's once more the number 47, Kim Dong-min, who gets a touch on the ball. Made his first team debut for the club in 2017. And the player who had such an impact on those chances for Hernandez. Paul José Mpoku created both of them for him. Mun to Kim Jun-yeop. Goalkeeper just seemed to delay his move out. It was a foul anyway on Junichi Mori, and the advantage played as we approach additional time. It looks for the moment as though Incheon United have managed to get through this. That little spell right after they scored the fourth goal, where the Yokohama Marinos created a couple of opportunities, nothing hugely convincing. And now the energy does seem to have somewhat ebbed out of the home team. This certainly is going to be a surprise win. Jan Mateus. Overlapping is Nagato. Will be Mpoku's to deal with. It's going to be Yokohama Marinos ball. To the frustration of Mpoku. Kota Watanabe. Nagato. Only 4 minutes left for the Yokohama Marinos. The noise from the crowd has remained consistent. It's going to be a throw. Watanabe. Slightly heavy challenge on Takumi Kamijima, who may be delayed for slightly too long with the ball. Tsunoda. What a memorable day for the visiting fans. Possession now with Incheon United and Hernandez, who's one-on-one and might go it alone. And he's not going to get a hat-trick right now, but he'll eat up some precious time. Excellent substitutions made by Cho Sung-hwan. They have been game-altering substitutions. Uenaka, who despite the difficult second half of the Marinos remains such a bright prospect for them. Nagato. Less than 2 minutes. Nam's ball wasn't a million miles away from making a connection with Kento Inoue. Little tug by Jong on Nam. But the Incheon United fans can start to relax now, because it's a very long way back for the Yokohama Marinos, with barely a minute and 15 seconds left. Really good leap from Mpoku. The effort from every one of the Incheon United players has been pretty extraordinary. And the goal from Gerso in the 37th minute, matched by that strike from Hernandez. Two really fabulous pieces of football individually. But the team effort from the side from the Republic of Korea has been unquestionable, and the reward is 3 very impressive points. Jan Mateus, that should be an easy one for Kim Dong-hong, and it is. Welcome to the AFC Champions League group stage. Incheon United of the Republic of Korea. And if you're going to be this entertaining, and you can stay as long as you like. A 4-2 victory over the Yokohama F Marinos. No wonder there are so many smiles from the sidelines. No wonder there are so many stunned faces from the Marinos players and fans. An 8th-minute own goal from Junichi Mori, giving Incheon United the lead. Then Takumi Nishimura firing back. Jaso scored a beautiful goal before Ryo Miyaichi made it 2-2 at half-time. The story of the second half was one of great substitutions made by Cho Sung-hwan. Hernandez scoring 2 goals. His impact, fantastic. Their performance, phenomenal. What a start for Incheon United. It finishes 4-2. The Yokohama F Marinos beaten on match day 1 at home in the AFC Champions League.